Using a metal detector in the woods leaves more questions than answers. No one will ever mistake people searching lesser traveled areas with metal detectors as big treasure hunters. But that doesn't mean they don't come up with some noteworthy finds. One such treasure hunter was hunting with his metal detector in Vermont looking for hidden finds. While he was expecting something small and interesting, what he actually found was anything but. As a long-term enthusiast of treasure hunting with a metal detector, Brad Martin has searched for and found all manner of hidden gems under the sand. Even his extensive searches did little to prepare him for what can be considered a lifetime find. Some hunters like to stick to the beach and simple metal detector hunting, while other more seasoned hunters like Brad find locations such as Vermont to offer up much more interesting finds. Thanks to his easy manner with the locals, Brad gets very much free rein to search the private acres of land that can be found in Vermont. On one day, Brad was hiking in the ruins of an old building in the middle of the mountains. He found a hole in the ground that was probably the ruins of a basement, and he was certain his next find was somewhere in the area. His intuition proved to be a blessing in the finds. Right at the start of one of his searches, he happened upon his first discovery, an antique tomback button. This was popular in the 1700s at one time, but due to it being brittle, it fell out of favor. What was so important about this discovery is that its being found meant that whoever searched the area before missed it, or the area wasn't searched in the past, making it a prime location for additional treasures. With a bit more digging, Brad found this worn but the very valuable copper coin that most likely originated from early colonizers. He found this weird-looking item, but he couldn't figure out what it was. He thought it might be an old-fashioned clock hand, but decided later it might actually be a colonial-era trigger guard from a musket. After a bit more searching, Brad found an old coin he actually recognized. It had a bust of King George II on it, next to which was written Connect, which pointed towards only one solution. It had to be a late 1780s era Connecticut copper. These run up in value around a few $100s, making his search a success in just this find alone. But of course, he wasn't done. As the day grew late and he started to head in, checking the area with his metal detector the whole way, he made another find not far from the road. He grabbed his camera and his pocket shovel and got to work. In general, if there's a high number on the meter, there's something of value to be found. The larger the number, the larger the find. Looking at the number while near the road, he assumed it would be something as simple as another button, but in fact, it was a giant silver coin in excellent condition. Once he checked, he realized he found a piece of 8 coin, commonly referred to in pirate legends, but it's actually a 1780 Spanish 8 reals. This version is one of the highest value of all, and finding one in such great shape is a true miracle. Something about the coin seemed off. Not only did it have a low reading, but it had DC carved on the front. Brad took the time to do some cross-referencing and found out that it was also one of the most replicated fake coins of that era, and that its replicas were created to destroy the Spanish economy during the war in the late 1790s through the early 1800s. Even though a coin wasn't original, it was an authentically old piece that had history enough to bring in a good price on the antique market. Do you want to get in on the adventure and bring a few friends along too? Share now to see who else in your circle is interested in becoming a treasure hunter.